Assalamualaikum, my dear student. How are you? I hope you are well. I'm also well. Welcome to online school, Daudkandi Online School. This is Towfiqul Islam, lecturer in English, JuranpurMUAM. Today, I will discuss on changing sentence based on assertive to imperative. So, first we'll start. Basically, in an assertive sentence, we get subject and then verb and then extension. But in imperative sentence, we don't use any subject because imperative sentence always accept second person you. For this reasons, we don't use always you. So this is so boring. For this reasons, we don't use any you, and we at first use principal verb in imperative sentence. Here is the example. If we get second person you and animated model auxiliary verb, then we have to abort it and we start from principal verb to the verb. Please listen to me carefully. If you get any second person or any model auxiliary or any auxiliary in assertive sentence, we don't use this subject and model auxiliary in imperative sentence. For these reasons, we use principal verb and then extension. Another example. You should love your country. Here we get subject, second person you, and then should. So we don't use second person and model auxiliary. So we get love your country. So if we get any second person, we don't use this subject in imperative sentence. Here is the example. Another example, in negative mode, you should not hate the poor. You should not hate the poor. So if we get should not, then we use don't. Instead of should not, we use don't, and then we use principal verb and extension. So you shouldn't hate the poor. The imperative sentence will be don't hate the poor. We use don't instead of shouldn't. And as use second person, we don't use it in imperative sentence. Another rules, you should never tell a lie. If we get never based in second person, we use never. We don't use you should. We use never and then principal verb and then extension. If we get never in assertive sentence, we use never in imperative sentence. He helps me. I sold it. If we get third person or first person in assertive sentence, then we use led in imperative sentence. Led, and then we use objective from of subject, let him, and then we use principal verb help and extension. So another example, let me solve it. Okay, instead of he, we use him, because after let we use objective from in imperative sentence. And in the second sentence, we also use me instead of I, because we use objective from of subject in imperative sentence, and we always use principal verb, base form of principal verb in imperative sentence. I solve it, let me solve it. He helps me, let him help me. Here is another rules and another example. He doesn't help me, or he doesn't solve it. So if we get doesn't or do not in assertive sentence, which bears first person or third person as a subject, we use let at first, and then objective form of subject, let him, and then not, and then verb. So if we get any pronoun, then we use not after objective form of pronoun. But if we get noun, then we use let not and then noun. So in imperative sentence, negative word is used before noun. Let not for him. Soul, eat. So if we get not in assertive sentence, which is basically spared from pronoun, then we use not after pronoun in imperative sentence. But if we get noun, then we use not before noun. So these are the rules and example of imperative sentence. I hope you will be attentive in your studies. You will always stay at home never go outside without using mask, because an enemy always try to disturb you, and this is coronavirus. So staying home, you always follow and see our online classes, and I hope you will be helpful. Thank you everybody. Thank you.